Okay, I think we're live. Testing one, two, three. Okay, we're looking good. All right, good evening. It is. We're broadcasting live from the Apache Portal Room. Let's bring somebody out and sit them down first, and we'll go through this process today. Hang on. You see, this is something that I've been running into uh, more days than not. The reason for this is because that motor, if I were to take a trimeter to it, you would see that it's bleeding magnetic energy. And so I catch them there a lot. You know, that's why I have the fan on right now. I'm also, well, let me turn the Wi-Fi on my phone. I'm gonna pull up this broadcast. Let's pull up. The first thing I want to talk about today is Legion. I, I'm not even really to talk about the biblical story. Um, uh, Whenever we used audio equipment and asked what their name was, the response that we received more times than not, I mean, we got a few different responses, but the most common response that we received about 5 times was the word Legion. Now, I don't put much credence into, thinking that that's the same as the as what's in the biblical story. I believe it's in Mark 5. Okay, but I saw on Wikipedia, for example, when I looked that up, it says it's basically a cluster of demons that share a brain. And what I could say is the person that answered the question, "Who are you?" was Christian. They were somebody that knew the biblical story. That's why they kept saying it. I ignored it because I didn't know that story. It wasn't until they said it when we had one of the people that's helped me, a guy by the name of Daryl. Uh, when he saw it, then he had a better idea of what we were dealing with, although it really didn't change the approach. In Wikipedia, it says they share a brain, which isn't exactly the case. What I think happens is that you're dealing with the next guy up, okay? And once you get rid of the next guy up, whether they leave on their own or if you force them into the light, the next guy up, the guy after the next guy up is going to try to imitate the last guy to make you think that the last guy is still there and you should be paying him that same degree of attention. Okay, so you'll think that they're sharing a brain when the reality is what's happening is they're just copying what the last guy was doing, and so you'll get a cheap copy and a cheap copy and a cheap copy and a cheap copy. The entity that started all this, the person that was killed by the Apache, he and his family, he could do 1,000 times more damage than anyone since him. Okay, so there's no way that they're sharing a brain. I mean, he was actually physically able to get inside of my body. The other ones, no, they've never, they've not even attempted that. It's just not something that they're capable of doing. I mean, it's a night and day difference. Okay, so the first thing I want to point out is the display, and I'm going to switch this display now. Okay, so the color coding, okay, basically it's identifying a unique heat signature. Okay, Now, I don't know why it is that it identifies the mirror, okay? But it's always got the mirror. We've got the green guy on the fan, then we've got the mirror for some reason. So there is some significance to the mirror, uh, and I can't figure out what that is, but it's not trying to track anything. It's just identified it as a unique heat signature. Okay, so uh, what I'm going to do is I'm going to I'm going to put them into the chair here, and then we're going to start the first test, which is going to be the cat balls. First of all, watch this. They're consuming the space from the fan, or from the bulb to the fan, because watch, I can go like this. Yeah, and see, that scares them right off. Okay, so let's bring. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open this mirror. Uh, Okay, so as you can see, and I'm going to step away from the mirror just a little bit, I do not believe that the stick figure in the mirror, is the same as the stick figure that's on me. Yeah, see, the stick figure that's on me doesn't have a lot of movement, but now the stick figure on the mirror doesn't have a lot of movement either. So there is some sort of significance to the mirror. I can't describe this, but as soon as my reflection is out, see, I can get rid of them just by doing that, and then right back. Anyway, so now what we're going to do is we're going to sit this fella down. Okay. All right, so I have new cat toys coming. Okay. Hey, I'm not going to hurt you. See? Remember the cat toys? Remember? If you hit them, they light up like this. Okay? You see? See? Okay. When the light turns off, I'm going to put these on the chair, and you hit them so they light up again. Okay. Ready? Okay. Don't touch them yet. Okay. Now. No, don't touch them yet. Okay. Now, go ahead. Hit the ball. Strike them. Hit those balls as hard as you can. Now, typically, they go after the ball. They go after the ball that's on the end, which it appears that's what they're trying to go after now. You can do it. Come on. Hit it. Strike that ball as hard as you can. I'm going to post some shorts this weekend. There you go. You're giving it a good try there, buddy, but you're not getting it yet. Okay. Well, wait for the light to turn off first before you hit it. Actually, to be honest, uh, uh, that that ball that's all the way on the end there is not very sensitive. I should have set that off a minute ago. So I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try doing this. Okay, now wait. Wait for the light to shut off, and then start hammering away at that ball. Uh, no, you gotta wait for that. I think he probably set that middle one off. You gotta wait. You gotta wait for the light to shut off first before you hit it again. You see, it's not gonna stop blinking. Okay, now hit it. Either one of them. Hit it as hard as you can. Bam! Like that. Bam! Put to the ball. There you go. Good job, buddy. Well done. It's the first time you set off the middle ball. Well done. Okay. I know you set that off more than once, but I gotta do a test now. Wait. I'm just gonna hammer the chair and make sure they both go off. Okay, they do. So we know it wasn't movement on the chair. Success. Okay, wait. Wait now. Wait for the lights to shut off before you hammer them again. Okay? I know you could do it. Okay, they're off. Go ahead, hit them. Bam! Do it. On the topic of Legion, I also would be quick to point out that I don't see them, even based on the biblical story, I don't see them as being demonic. while they do some pretty horrific stuff when the lights go off, uh, they generally take instruction, at least this group, so if I tell them to leave me alone, they do. And if you want to bring them out, the biggest thing that will agitate them is threaten their existence. If you tell them you're going to kill them or something, yeah, like I used to have conversations with people. Hey, go ahead, hit that ball. Come on, you can do it. Bam! Hit that ball as hard as you can. Either you're trying the other ball this time. Yeah, I think he's trying the ball in the end there, and he's not having any luck. If that one doesn't work, try the other ball. You know. Yeah, if I ever had a conversation on the phone with somebody and the topic of conversation was trying to figure out how to either capture them, which we did figure out, or uh, to kill them using some electronic means, that was guaranteed to be a terrible night for me. That, yeah, they were going to bother me all night. They didn't appreciate that at all. Okay, but then after that, what brings them out is basically anything that would upset a devout Catholic. Uh, and that's it. It's like it didn't matter what it was. You could, scream "God damn it" at the top of your lungs 1,000 times. Oh no, they'll come out and they'll start gouging at you or something. It'll upset them. But that's just it. If they're demonic, they're certainly trying to force you to behave in a very godlike fashion. And so I think they're very much so inflicting their own will onto other people to make them behave a certain way. But I would just the number one answer I received to any question that I ever asked of the entity, the question was, how do I get rid of you? What do I got to do to get rid of you? On 1,000 variations. And in each instance, I got a consistent answer. Pray. Pray, prayer, pray, prayer, pray, prayer, pray, prayer. Okay, so I can tell you that it is legion in the sense that it's a hive. Okay, there is no shared brain, although I can understand how that would be the perception if they were experiencing this. Certainly, that's what I thought until one of the people that was helping me with this problem told me that it was just a copy, and my inclination, frankly, was to fire the guy because I just thought, not in a confrontational way, but just to say, look, I don't want to keep paying this guy. I don't think that he's useful if he's thinking things like that. And he came over the next week, and he proved himself right. Absolutely, I was convinced. I couldn't believe it. I keep underestimating their intelligence and their ability to learn. And even though they're not particularly good at hide and seek, uh, I still wouldn't want to make a mistake and underestimate them. Speaking of which, let me play hide and seek, and then I'm going to end this broadcast. stupid. Hey, yeah, hey. Pretty good. We should have put you in the chair. You hear that, stupid? Yeah, I want to put him in the chair because you suck at playing the ball game. Only if we can. Wait. Okay, don't touch the balls yet. Well, that was the best hide and seek player I ever played against. That guy was fast, man. That was some impressive stuff. Hey, okay, hit the ball. Okay, now, yeah, you gotta wait. Don't touch the balls yet. Don't touch the balls yet. Okay, now, hit those balls as hard as you can. Bam! Like that. Good, either ball, doesn't matter. Yeah, he's going after the one on the end. Come on, you can do it. Bam! If not, wait a moment. Yeah, let me try giving this guy some energy here. I'm gonna. Well, looks like we're. Looks like that's all the success we're going to have. So I'm going to end this broadcast here. You got next week. What we're going to be doing is I got new cat toys that are coming in. I also have batteries and LED lights that are going to come in, and I'm going to try completing circuits using a battery and an LED. Right? I figure I could. I can. It might be a way that I could uh, actually spend energy, but not entirely sure. May bring in a voltage meter. Not sure how this is all, when everything's going to arrive, but I believe I should have everything Friday so I can do at least a little testing before a Saturday broadcast.